Subscribe to Rain Studios YouTube channel in order to learn more about software development. Also make sure to click the bell icon in order to be notified whenever a new content is available on the channel. Hello, this is your guy Rajat from Rain Studios. So basically I build applications and launch them on my own. In this video, I want to talk about a critical issue. The issue is about using others' intellectual property like logos or images or icons in your application. So most of the time, if you are an app developer, you are on a constant lookout of great graphics like icons or feature images which you can readily use in your application. And there are certain ways or certain routes people follow to acquire those. The first conventional route is to reach out to a designer and ask him to create graphics for your application, and then you can pay that particular designer accordingly and acquire those graphics or those assets legally. The second option is you go out on sites like stock photo and all, then you can look for or search for images or graphic assets which are in public domain, which you can readily use without asking anyone. And then there is a third route which unfortunately some developers or app entrepreneurs think is okay to go down, and the route is illegally downloading assets without acquiring proper authorization from the original creator. See, practically this is theft. You cannot just right click on an image or on a logo and download it and use that in your own application. See, because you are trying to build an application and you want to put your mark on that application. You certainly don't want to use some other assets which are not owned by you, because why would you steal anything from anyone and call it that you created it yourself, right? Certainly you don't want to do it, but the thing is that you are in dire need of such graphics and you don't really have an access to these designers. But at the end of the day, the approach is wrong. See, the problem with this approach of illegally downloading assets and using in your application is that, let's suppose you created a logo for your own application on your own, or you paid a designer to create that logo and then you legally acquired the ownership of that logo. Now, as soon as you uploaded that application onto Play Store or Apple iTunes, somebody got a hold of your logo and he did the same thing, that he right clicked on the image and downloaded it, and then he tried to swap the palette or the color scheme of your logo, and then he starts using that same logo for his own whatever purposes. Now you would think that you actually paid someone else to create that graphic and someone else is using your graphic for other monetary purpose and he is getting some sort of monetary rewards out of it. The same applies to you when you download something without looking into the proper attribution of that particular image or icon set or whatever, right? So basically you don't really have to do it, and in case you feel a strong urge to just readily use some random image from the internet in your application, the best route is to look out for the original creator and reach out to him in case you really want to use that particular graphic. But using anything readily is actually bad for your business, because see, let's suppose you created an application and that application uses a logo or an icon which is not originally developed by you, but the thing is your application gets really famous and the original creator of that particular icon set gets to know about your application, and then he discovers that your application uses his or her icon or image without proper authorization from him or without proper attribution. In that case, he can actually go out and seek further legal actions against you or your digital product. In either case, it is actually financially bad for your own reputation. And also, if he is going to appeal to Google or iTunes, they can actually take your application down. So this will also be counted as a developer community violation as per those stores. So technically, what I am trying to say is that just don't try to use or in technical terms steal the graphics from the internet or from Google. Try to make all of your graphics on your own. In case you are design cripple like me, there are many tools like canva.com and other which you can use to create really eye-catching graphics for yourself. Also, there are a couple of really easy tools like Inkscape and GIMP which you can learn in your free time, and they can actually help you in creating simple logos, like logos which contain only initials of the company name or the app name, or basic geometrical shapes like circles and squares. So you can readily throw all of those things in that particular graphic and create a really good eye-catching graphics on your own. You don't really have to steal that. Plus, if you do that, there is also one advantage that nobody can come to you and call you out that you steal that something from him, right? So you, at the end of the day, as a developer, you can sleep without worrying that somebody is going to sue you at the end of the day. I'm not trying to, scare you, but I am trying to tell you what is legally right. And it is actually very good for your business. See, when you try to launch an application, you are trying to establish a business. In case you are not aware of how to make an application and launch it, I have already covered it, and I would request you to click this bell icon and check that out. And I have also covered that how apps actually generate money. So check both of those videos out. And then after that, if you have developed the application, you as a business have to ensure that you are not using any such resource which you are not a rightful owner of. So you have to make sure that you have proper authorization from the graphic owners, or those graphics are in public domain, or you acquire them legally or buy them legally. So in this video, I wanted to talk about this one particular issue, that it is okay to download anything by right clicking on the image and save it to the desktop and then use it in your own applications. It is not legally correct. It is not financially viable in case you are trying to create a real business. In case you are just testing the water, or you just don't care about your apps being taken down from Google Play or Apple iTunes, then it is all fine, right? See, like now you are not trying to do anything from the business perspective. But when you are talking about creating a real established development studio or an app which is completely original, then in that case you cannot actually steal. You can use graphics from Material Design or other icon sets because those icon sets are in public domain. But stealing anything by right clicking on it and downloading it without even doing proper research about the owner and the attribution details of that graphic is not actually a good solution. So in case you have some more doubts about this topic, make sure to leave a comment on this video and give this video a thumbs up in case you found my advice useful, and make sure to subscribe to Rain Studios YouTube channel in case you are interested in learning more about application development, software hands-on, and everything in between. Take care. Bye-bye.